everybody. Welcome to the Wild Star Healing Temple with Kai.
Hello.
And me. And we've been in meditation, opening our channel, getting ourselves prepared for you guys and your healing specifically. While we're here, there's pretty much nothing that's off bounds. You know, whatever is speaking to your heart, whatever you need, because we can do somatic breathwork here, we can do energy work, we can do angel coding here, any sort of energy work. I know Metatron's here with me today. Metatron's been here a while. Raphael's here with me today. So we're here for you, lovingly. There's a lot of love stuff going on. And I did post a prayer earlier. So if you guys can honor that prayer by knowing that when you step into a healing temple, you come because you are bringing your burdens, you're bringing your heavinesses, and you're laying them down in faith and in trust that source energy, that the interconnectedness of the planet, that the help and love and empathy of the other people here with us are going to transmute that. You have faith and trust in that. And I think what makes this little community maybe slightly different than other healing shows is that everyone who's here, everyone who's in the chat, we do want to connect together and support one another. We're not just here for self. We're going to lay down our burden and then also show up for everyone else who's here as well. So I'm going to read that prayer just for a moment to kind of get us all on the same page. In this temple, I am free. I trust in what I cannot see. I dream of love and I dream of peace. What I dream, I will someday be. There's a lot to unpack there, but we're just going to leave it with that. I'll win. Kai, what word came up for you today?
The word that came up for me today was duality. So I post predominantly on TikTok, and I take my moments to do a little scrolling here and there. And I've seen videos in the past few months that have almost looked at duality as being an issue or as something that we need to get away from, when truly I believe that that's something to lean into and to bridge. We should be bridging duality. So when I think of duality, I think of the color spectrum. I think of white and black. We wouldn't have the array of colors that we have without having those extremes. And also I am a personal fan of the gray area. So, it is what it is. I think also there is beautiful duality even in the masculine and in the feminine. In the feminine, she is soft and gentle, but she also carries sacred rage. In the masculine, he is called to action. That's how we put forth our what we are meant to do on this plane. And yet the masculine is also called to stillness, and those are opposites. So looking at duality as more of something to bridge for balance is, I think, the appropriate way of bringing duality into your life. And instead of shaming one or the other or an extreme, then just embracing it and knowing that inner balance or balance in life is not about being at this perfect midway point. It's about accepting the vastness that you are, because I don't know about you, but I love life being on a spectrum. I'm personally on the spectrum also. So I think that having a spectrum in anything and everything is really like life itself is where we want to, because we want to be able to be in the material world, but also to go into the spirit world. We want to be able to go into nature, but also be able to have a safe, landing spot that we call home. So I think that really leaning into all sides of you, no matter how dramatic. I'm a Leo moon. Last night was a Leo new moon, so I've been a little dramatic the last few days. But also seeing that there is sacredness even in those big feelings. There's sacredness in numbness. And all of it is okay. All of it is welcome and is holy. It is a matter of really having unadulterated self-acceptance in order to allow whatever it is on either side to express. Because if you're not expressing to the fullness of your capability, all it's doing is going and getting stored in your body, so that you have to figure out a way later to remove it or to move it out, which is part of what we do here.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Straight channeled.
No, I feel that there's been so much coming up lately about shadow work and things like that, but I don't even want to get into that, because even though this correlated with that, it just feels like full on acceptance, not even how to balance it or pull out the projections, but just how to bridge it and accept it equally. So I really thought that those were beautiful words. So with that being the word that we're going into this, I'd like us all to get on the same vibrational wavelength for a moment so that we can all accurately support each other. Do you want to guide us through another breathing to get us on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I also just want to say hi to everyone that said it in the chat. I've seen a couple highs, so I just want to say hello. I've seen your messages, and I'm so happy that you're here. So I think that going with this duality, I want to do 2 different type of breathwork techniques. So we'll go through it. And one of them, and it's funny because I'm being drawn back to where I just was, which was Mount Rainier. So Mount Rainier has a very balanced energy, and is a dormant volcano. So there is still lava inside, but is covered in snow and ice and has glaciers on the top. You know, it's been 500 years since it's had any kind of eruption. So I think that doing breath of fire to get energy really moving would be really great to start. And then we're going to just cool that down with foundational breath, which, if you were here last time, foundational breath is essentially the heart opening technique without the hand movements and without the visualization. So I'm going to teach both of them now, and then we can do a refresher on the foundational breath. And I'll start out with that before we start it. Okay. So foundational breath is going to make sure that your back is straight. This is for both techniques. You want to have your back straight, feet firmly planted on the floor. If you want, you can have a hand on your heart and a hand on the bottom of your belly or your lower dantian. You're going to be breathing for foundational breath. So this is the second technique. I want to make sure I reiterate that. You're going to breathe in through your nose to the bottom of your belly, all the way up. Hold it at the top. We'll probably do like a 10-second count. And then we're going to sigh it out. So that's foundational breath. Let's do one more just so we're aware of how that goes. Again, I'll reteach this once we're done with breath of fire. But we're going to breathe in through the nose to the bottom of our belly, all the way up through our chest to the top of our head. Hold it there for 10 seconds. We're not going to do 10 right now. We'll just go ahead and sigh it out. So we'll do that second, because the reason is because if we did breath of fire without having foundational breath at the end, I would be sending you off into your sympathetic nervous system for the rest of the day, because breath of fire is an activating technique and we want you in your parasympathetic. So with breath of fire, that is going to be, it's going to be more at your own pace. I'm going to lead it, but just know that if you're not doing it quite as quickly as I am, and I might pull back from leading it. I'm not sure yet, because I can get really intense. But it's gonna be in and out through the mouth. So when you breathe in, belly goes out. When you breathe out, belly goes in. So just do that a couple times. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay, if we think, can I get a couple thumbs ups in the chat if you think you guys have got that for the most part? So it's when you breathe in, belly out. When you breathe out, belly in. So, and also you're new to it. So if you mess up and you're going really intense with it and you're like, wait, I'm thinking too much. Is my belly going in or is it going out? Like, it's okay because I've been there. Like, just the point is that this is an activating technique. This can replace a cup of coffee. Like, I know that a lot of people, especially as I've gotten older, there is a threshold for the time for caffeine. So I would much rather do an activating technique to wake myself up at like 5 o'clock at night instead of having any kind of caffeine, because then that might keep me up a little later than I intend, you know? So, all right, sweet. Thank you, Mary. What we're going to do is we're going to do 20 breaths. You know what? I'm going to breathe a little bit. I'll count with you guys. Let you guys kind of go on your own. We'll do a break. We'll do what I call a recovery breath, which is we'll do 2, and then we'll go into another set of 20, and we'll do 3 sets. Okay. And that'll get us nice and activated. Think about emotions you want to release. This is a great technique to get releasing of energies. It's great to move energy out of your body. So the more intense that you do it, the more you're going to release. So here we go. We are going to get our backs all straight, ready to go. We are going to do 20 breaths. I'm going to do a little example really quick of how this is going to go. So you want to do it as intense as possible. So along those lines, to the best of your ability, everybody is able to do it a little different. So I'm going to do a steady count. That'll be a little on the quick side. If you end up coming in a little later or finishing a little before, that's totally fine. So on the count of 3, breathing in through the mouth and then out through the mouth as well. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and recover. One more recovery. And again, 1, 2, 3. Recovery. If you're feeling some tinglies, that's normal. And last one, give it all that you've got, okay? 1, 2, 3. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And everyone just close your eyes for a second and imagine just little bits of release coming off of your body. That can be different colors of your different chakras, depending on what you set your intention for. And just know that you just moved energy within your body to release. Keep your eyes closed. Keep that back straight. Go ahead and put your left hand on your lower belly, your right hand on your heart, giving yourself a little self-hug. And we're going to get ourselves back into our parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing in through the nose to the bottom of the belly, all the way through our chest to the tippy top of our crown chakra. We're going to hold it there for 10 seconds, and then we're going to sigh it out. We're going to do 3 of these breaths. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh it out. Going right into the next one, breathing in through the nose. Make sure you're breathing all the way up to the tippy top of your head, holding it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh it out. Last one, breathing in through the nose. Holding it at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh it out. Excellent job.
Thank you, Kai. Now that we're all energetically on the same vibration, we are going to start taking questions. Viviani, I'd like you to find the post from Rosie Lynch, and I'd like her to be first, please, and then the rest will go in order. But what we're doing here, guys, is this isn't all just about waiting for your turn. You're showing up, you're supporting the others, and you're getting something in reciprocity there as well. And so I'd like us all to put our attention here on this person, on this energy, and helping to transmute that big energy for this person who I know needs it very badly right now. Going through some very difficult things, some difficult times right now, the whole family. So I'd like to start with this person. Thank you, Rosie, for showing up for yourself. Go ahead and be very open. Let us connect in. Don't try to hold it all together. It's okay. I see this.
Puddle.
I see this beautiful energy coming in. I know it's angelic. There's a pink light. It feels like gentleness. Just this sense of the pink cloud, that all is okay, like we're being held in this pink cloud space. And little activations all over the body that will help float you through this time, that will help move you through. And I'm pushing energy through the spine as there's this unfolding happening. And I'm seeing the visual of a man and the visual of an umbrella. And what I take away from that is that someone's protecting you right now, that you're under someone's watch from the other side.
I just heard, through the darkness, you will rise.
Just as you were saying that, Kai, I saw that dark that was in the spine just going like this and opening out, and now there's that white light coming through.
And I'm seeing the High Priestess card in tarot.
Yeah, I was seeing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right up here. So what does that mean to you?
The High Priestess card?
Well, yeah, I guess in relation.
Well, the High Priestess card that I'm seeing specifically, because obviously tarot is different, there is a moon on the top of her head, like a crescent moon. So to me, with the illusions and the unknown, that is maybe being felt right now, there are answers that will come in divine timing, and that there are gifts that are probably going to be coming online due to this time of change.
And I even see that emanating out to the children. I see a female child first here. So I feel like that's a direct, yeah, and I see the cave and the crescent moon at the top. So the opening, the stepping into the gifts, mediumship of some sort. It's
I
spreading.
just got mad chills.
Yeah, it's spreading through the family. And I see it continuing to spread through the family, even into extended family and parents and things like that. And then I see someone ascending. And I'm getting varying numbers, 3, 5, 7. So this might be a time period of how long this will take for that ascension. But really, other than that, I'm hearing the guides say that it's all is well, that they're going to hold you, they're going to carry you, they're going to support you, they're watching over you under the umbrella, and you're going to make it. This is part of your divine journey in the plan.
That is almost like, it goes off of what I have been hearing, which is this is not a test. This is divine orchestration. And that might be really hard to receive right now. And that is valid and absolutely okay. But it is not a test. This is divine orchestration. Just sink into that when you're ready.
When you're ready. Because it's like a light being turned on after this part, after the grief, after the heaviness. It's like the light being turned on. I see like parrot energy, peacock energy, and these are all very vivid colors. There's beauty that will come.
And with you saying peacock, I'm immediately being greeted by Shiva, who peacock is one of his animals, and he is the god of destruction, but also creation.
Yeah.
And that's what this moment is feeling a lot like.
I feel complete. Do you feel complete? Thank you so much for letting us work with you today, Rosie. And keep in touch if you need anything else. So I think now we can maybe go to the beginning and see who needs something. Miss P. So we've been working through leprosy in a past life and how that's affecting skin and seeing this life. So just be open, breathe into us, Miss P. Let us connect with you. And I immediately like get this image of Bible times and being, I think this has also affected finances. Like there was a poverty space in that past life as a direct result of this particular disease. And we want you to be abundant.
I'm being shown a groundhog. So maybe there's some feeling there, whether it's soul or conscious in this life, of burying yourself and only coming out when you feel ready. And you're being asked to show up, even if you don't feel the best sometimes, even if you don't have, a confident feeling that day, like you showing up for yourself is medicine.
I love that message. I feel Michael here with you, and everything's really being pushed for me right now into your heart space. And as Kai was speaking their message, I saw that rose come up. So I feel like this does have a lot to do with self-love, seeing yourself as beautiful, just loving who you are, how you are, and being real gentle in that space.
And being drawn to your feet. It feels like in that past life, there was a lot of issues with your feet as well. And maybe going and like a mineral foot bath, mineral water specifically.
That brings up an entire image of washing Jesus's feet, of those acts of love service. And everything I'm seeing is like around the heart, around the ribs. So those acts of service. So I love how that brought in that other element to it and how they correlate, but like on an emotional and physical level as well. And I see the energy kind of going like this up the back. So now I'm kind of working on that spine here. And everyone here, make sure that you're putting your attention on Miss P here, that you're sending her light to the best of your ability as well. Now I see that butterfly coming through.
Or even just holding a container if you don't feel sending is something you're comfortable with doing. Imagine just holding a container, a safe one. I'm also up in your hips, Miss P. I'm going to be sending some like light acupuncture because there's some drainage that needs to happen in this area.
We were both in the hips at the same time. And so when you started to do that to open those channels, I was guided to hold. So there's like this angel here, I think an alien guide here as well. I'm seeing these lights and it's like pushing the energy up while
Hadarian.
Those channels. Who was it?
Hadarian.
What does that mean?
That is a feminine starseed aspect that is very musical and dance and love and softness.
I love that for you, Miss P.
Dance is really standing out.
Mm.
So maybe shake those hips a little bit today if you can.
So I see some light codes activating, like around the kidney space. And that's not something that I need to continue to push at. It's just it's already activating. So it's just going to continue to spread and move out as time goes on. So just trust and know that that's happening. And I personally feel complete with this one.
One more second. I'm just putting a little bit of light language on her shoulder blades.
Mm.
Calling my energy back. Happy, whole, and healthy, and leaving yours with you. Happy, whole, and healthy.
Thank you, Miss P, so much. Thanks for letting us connect with you. Hey, Gigi.
First thing that came to mind was turmeric, and I was actually thinking about that a second ago, so lots of turmeric. Miss Gigi.
So breathe gentle, let us connect in with you. I'm immediately drawn to the fingers, the hips, knees and toes. I feel like I'm playing head, shoulders, knees, and toes over here.
I'm in the meridian lines.
And there's something, it looks like lymph, but it's energetic. So I feel like there's an opening and a release and a filtering happening right now, releasing that inflammation. And there's some large angelic being that's like pushing into the abdomen, and it feels like your body's absorbing it. So I think it's highly possible you're getting some sort of energetic nutrition, if you will. Like you're just being nourished, like an IV from the angels.
I'm being shown a white butterfly doing like figure eights around a tree and underneath a rainbow. And if you don't have a tree friend, maybe go try and find one. Trees are great listeners, and energetically, they can do so much because trees are our ancestors
I
just
feel
as
her
much as
mother.
people.
I feel her mother in the room. So as soon as you said her a tree and then you said ancestors, I was like, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Your mommy
Yeah.
here.
So, and that white butterfly is like a pureness of transformation, like a wholeness, a purity, a virgin like almost essence.
I'm being brought up to the throat and one shoulder. And I'm hearing the words decoding. So whatever's there from the past that's been binding you or keeping you suppressed, repressed, bound, whatever that is, I feel that opening, decoding, unlocking, separating.
And then Gigi, if you could just do me a favor, because I'm actually in the same area, we're gonna do one of those foundational breaths together, and I'm gonna have you hold it, and then I'll let you know when to release. So breathing in through the nose, all the way up to the top of your crown, hold it there. In 3, 2, 1. Keep holding for a couple more seconds if you can. And breathe it out right here. Yeah, that was great. We just had a bit of a dense energy that was going into, because I see chakras as like lands, and I just wanted to get that out of there.
Yeah, when you did that, I saw the energy. It was almost like a tornado, kind of flips and then released in the bottom.
It was kind of like a screw, is what I saw
Yeah.
in my mind.
So I'm pushing on like one more place around the back of the heart that is coming out to the arms and hands and the lower part of the body. We're going down to the atomic level. And specifically with codes that might be in the neutron of the cell. First time I've seen that one. But this feels like it's from an outside source. So maybe like a poison or something toxic that's been in that space. So that's being released. I feel you being filled with pink and purple light. And mom's still here. So you feel very supported, very loved, very expansive.
Sending golden waves of source light over your blood, into your bloodstream, also to just help with that inflammation. And turmeric's coming up again, natural if you can get it. Putting it in like a morning tea, a spiced tea. It tastes really good with spiced tea. And ginger. I just came through really quick. And then I think I'm wrapped up.
I'm good as well. Thank you so much, Gigi, for allowing us to work on you, and thank you for your donation as well. We appreciate you and love you very much. Hey, Melinda, thanks for being with us. Healing to your highest good. Just breathe, be open, let us connect in and see what's there.
I'm immediately being taken to the third eye.
Like just straight up the spine, just right up like whoop.
Yeah, I'm seeing what I call them like gremlins. They're just like little chatterboxes in your brain that can be overthinking or even just like unkind words spoken over yourself. So we're gonna do 3 breaths with me if you don't mind, Melinda. so that I can get rid of a couple of these little guys in your third eye area. Push me in through the nose, fill all the way up, hold it. I'll do some work, go release, and I'll count you in for the next two, okay? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe. Hold it for 2 more. Breathe it out right here. And breathe in again. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out right here. And again, 1, 2, 3. Hold on to this one for just a moment. And breathe it out right here. Excellent. Thank you.
So while Kari's working in that third eye space, I was kind of guided down to the throat. And in the throat, while you were taking your breaths, Melinda, I noticed that it looked like this pink and purple bud. And the more I blew into it, the more it would bloom and the more it would open. And this felt like two energies. This felt kind of like the journey or practice or just being where you are and doing what you do. It's like the garden grows where you tend it kind of thing. The grass is greener where you water it kind of thing. And the more you use your throat, the more air moves through it, right? So the more you teach or the more you heal or the more you speak, the more air moves through it and the more I saw it blooming. But then I saw Ganesha. And you remember the chant that I gave you at the last conference, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. It's the remover of obstacles, but I very specifically saw Ganesha, not Ganesh, the female form. And so I feel like this is telling us that one of your biggest obstacles here is being too much in your masculine nature and not enough in your divine feminine nature. So allowing yourself to be soft, to be intuitive, to flow through things, to not to have to have the container so much, to not to have all the steps and the knowing and the logic, but be able to just go on a drive and not know where you're going, to seek clients and not have everything planned out. Maybe just show up for life and see what life shows you. And I think that's going to start really helping things flow through there past that point in a beautiful way, in a releasing way.
So interesting you mentioned a garden because I literally removed dark roots also from the third eye and I just planted a willow tree, which has a very soft feminine nature and like it's a very warm and welcoming tree. So that's
my favorite tree.
In tandem.
Yes. And actually, while you were up there doing that, I think the reason I was guided to the throat was because whatever's happening here was closing the throat. I saw like tiny hands all around the throat, like compressing in that space. So that pushed a bit of energy down into the heart. So I'm just clearing that out, taking out the trash, so to speak. I literally see a dumpster and men putting trash into a truck.
I'm hearing liver cleanse because I just went down to the solar plexus And for those of you that aren't aware, alcohol is legal because it blocks your liver, which is a lot of that authenticity and a lot of personal power, which is why you get that liquid courage. So, not saying that you drink or anything, Melinda, but we need to do liver cleanses because it filters our body. So everyone should be in the practice of doing that. But yeah, they're saying liver cleanse. So dandelion wolfberry tea is really great for that.
And the liver is where we hold on to, anger and frustration as well. So there could be a lot that's held there. And that just released something from the lungs also. Beautiful.
Let's say I'm also being guided to tell you to imagine protection around you as when you think about it, like regularly. So if you think about feeling like you need a protective moment, or maybe bring that to your awareness more, even that's something, because there's something in your field that I'm getting rid of right now. That just takes a little bit of intention on your part and action. So
at the exact moment that you were sensing that about the protection, I saw money flying in. So yeah, whatever it is, whatever that means, it could be placing boundaries or, whatever that, or giving yourself that time to rest and to play and to be wild, whatever that looks like. It's when it opens something up, it's also unlocking your abundance space. So that money is going to come. I see Metatron wanting to give you this tiny little thing at the base of your spine. And when it's placed there, it's going to cause like this. You've had a waka opened. It's going to cause like a waka energy, like a little tornado energy, like that's going to keep everything purging for the next couple of weeks. So, do we have your permission to place that? Since that's more than a momentary type thing, just type out yes if that's okay with you, and we'll get that placed for you. That seems exciting.
I was like, I've already wrapped up, so this is the last little bit.
Yeah. What was the tea? You said dandelion.
I just saw that. Dandelion wolfberry. Milk thistle is also really great.
Your guides are also very pushy. They're like, just place it. Just place it. Just place it. But like, I'm the type of person, if it's something that's going to last like longer than immediate, then I want to ask. But she did say yes. So we're just going to let them place that for you. Immediate. Cool tick.
Feels Kundalini related.
Okay. And dragonflies. So transformation. Thank you, Melinda. Thanks for letting us work with you today. Hey, Shell. Heart and scoliosis healing. Just be open. Let us connect with you. I'm being guided to the throat and then like the low back.
The low back was one of the areas too for me.
Yeah.
I'm not also sure your specific to the heart.
Oh yeah. No, I'm throat. Throat and low back. For some reason I was like, yeah, heart's familiar, but it's because it says it in her message. I'm still connecting with your specific DNA. You have like a really big guide that just kind of stomped in here and was like, all right, let me do this, and opened that energy field. So I see a lot of energy being pushed here, not at the throat, at the upper back, I guess like the back of the heart space. Like your guides have been waiting for the moment for you just to be open enough and supported and surrounded enough to be able to receive this. And I just see yellow light being like impact had. And there's like this really big purge coming out of the throat. I'm also seeing a person purging out of the throat. So I don't know if this is like a toxic relationship, friendship, romance, an ex that we haven't quite got over, who keeps coming in and out, or maybe even a family member of some sort who's been really toxic for us. But it feels like this has been keeping you in a state of grief or this self-degradation space. Like they're keeping your confidence levels down for their own needs. And I just see us, there's a lot of grief around the release of that, but I see it releasing.
Yeah.
And that's where I see the spine straightening as well. When you don't have that heavy weight on you, your spine can stand up.
Yeah, I've been taking like a pipe cleaner into different areas of your heart, as well as uncorking a lot of blockages. And if you wouldn't mind, Shell, we're going to do 2 breaths like I did with the other 2, breathing in through the nose, to the bottom of the belly, all the way up. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you release, I want you to say, ah, like a real guttural, ah. On the count of 3, ah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. One more. Breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. They're showing me like a tube. Keep holding that in. Hold for just one more second and do that ah as fiercely as you can. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful. And it's also making me think of Kali, the goddess. And there is this movement that you can do where you spread your feet wide apart. You have your hands in the air, and then you squat down and bring your arms down and go, ah. And I think doing some of those when you're wanting to release some stuff would be really great. It's going to put you back into your personal power. Kali does not play. She is here to like move stuff. So that's just coming through really intensely, Shell.
And what I was seeing while you were releasing that through your breath work, it was like this toxic attachment. And I almost saw it as like a negative energy or a negative entity, but it wasn't an entity. It's actually like an attachment. And this person was stomping around saying, I'm not bad. I'm not this. I'm not that. It's all you, right? And once you released it, I saw all of these other spaces releasing over and over and over again until everything was just in perfect, beautiful alignment. All of the negativity was just, and I saw spider energy, which is that heart connection, the interconnectivity between you and all things, which is a beautiful heart-centered energy. And then I saw sea turtle energy, which my first thought was that your growth would be slow moving. But what they said was that your growth would be easy. Imagine just floating in that water and going through. And just the fact that it was a turtle with that shell, we're probably talking about safety. So easy sailing, safe sailing. And I'm sending you lots of love now to the heart space, filling you up.
I just sent a very clearing fire through your sacral and kind of made it into like a little bit of a tornado to just kind of gather some of the dark energies that are presenting themselves to me. So if there's been any trauma in the form of your personal power being stolen, we're going to be unplugging some of that energy for you to release with this. Because fire is cleansing.
I'm working at a molecular level in the DNA. It's like a huge release there. It looks like an eruption. But what I'm hearing through all of that is like, I'm just seeing you coming out of it bigger than life, bigger than ever before. And I keep hearing some little message about how nothing can keep you down. Nothing can destroy you. Nothing can hurt you. So keep that in mind moving forward as well. And I feel complete with Shell. You do as well?
Yeah.
Thank you, Shell, for letting us connect with you and work on you for a little while. Hey, Starfish Jenny.
Hi, Starfish.
Yes. So all the hips and thighs and knees, and those knees are probably feeling the side effects from that low back and the hips and the glute area as well, because those are all so strongly connected.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone just really focus on Starfish Jenny here. Give her lots of love and attention. And I'm actually being drawn to a space slightly higher than that in like the low mid back, so the back of the sacral space. There's like one little point that I'm being drawn to first that could be contributing to the buildup of energy in the lower body. So I'm going to start there.
I'm being shown a sauna.
Hmm.
So maybe a trip to the sauna. Sounds in order.
Do some sweat lodge.
Mm-hmm. So I'm being drawn to the back of the knees specifically. I'm also hearing lymphatic drainage. So maybe do some tapping, Starfish, like here and under your armpits, just to get some of that gunk moving.
I smiled when you said that because that point in the spine that I'm working on, the guides came in with a hammer and just started tap. And that's how they were getting it out. But I was seeing what was stuck in that space was betrayal. So maybe either a past life around this or even just from this life. So maybe it's a betrayal that we haven't 100% gotten over, because those things hurt for a really long time. Something that could be stuck there. And that's what the guides are getting out right now from the spine. And I'm feeling places like where maybe you were told that other people were better than you, or that you weren't as good as, or as talented as, or as gifted as. Places of personal power being drained, or just not enough to make someone stay long term or deserve loyalty. So this is the stuff that we're really releasing right now.
And to piggyback off of that, I've got Zeus and Thor here, and they're telling me to tell you that you are the storm.
Oh. So X-Men then, Storm energy coming in. And I see that surging up into the heart, so that's where I am now, Jenny.
And then I'm feeling a light language activation coming through on my end. If you can just give consent for that, Jenny. And good, I'm glad you do lymphatic drainage. I just saw that comment.
I'm feeling that as well. Because the messages that I'm getting, it's like a gentleness wants to come in, but then there's something here that's like, but I don't move that way. I don't bend that way. And so it feels like at an impasse as to how this is releasing. So definitely a light language needs to come in with that. And she says,
I saw that with all caps. Love that. Kianara e siki na rotosho no niandati e arata na iala wayana sikayana kia kawara natasa iti ni kiara rushino ko uro no toshini ya ahla reni kishina la warati kina mana sinaki ya waye kanase katara tanasi na waye ia kanaya tashi alati ya no toroto shinara kahi alatinara wasa. I am covered in chills. That was really directed at your spine. I was also shown a knight with a shield. So you are very protected. And this knight is going to make sure that that lands and integrates beautifully without any interruptions.
The space I was working on is completely, it doesn't even exist anymore. I'm kidding. Your thread obviously exists. It's just very clear. So I'm coming back to the hips just to make sure that we fully encompass that space and bring balance to that and release. And I see dragon energy there, which I think really kind of goes hand in hand with what Kai was saying, because there's a power and a strength.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm at that I forget what the tailbone's called.
Perineum.
The actual bone. I don't know what that's called. I'm trying so hard not to laugh, but you said perineum.
I don't know. It just came out.
Oh my gosh. I think that's like your taint.
I mean, it's the
Oh
the
yeah.
bone right at the
I'm sorry.
bottom.
We're not talking about that, Jenny. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to say xiphoid process, but that's the bone here. But there's like that tailbone down there too. And that's kind of, there's like a lot of energy there that we're moving through as well. Can't make me laugh in the middle of a healing.
You did it yourself. I'm like underneath the shoulder blades right now. I have a feeling that's really connected to all of what you were saying as well.
Now I see like an olive branch there. And we know that this kind of means signs of life and signs of peace. But I feel like the oil from the leaves of the olive branch are like going into that low back and between the hips, that part of the body. Coccyx. It's your coccyx bone. Thank you, Tina. This is serious business, but it's not at all.
We gotta laugh sometimes. Laughter is a great medicine. And then I'm being shown, have you ever seen those like wooden tools that people use to like run over their body to like help with the fascia?
Doing that up the back.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that might be a good investment for you. Maybe a couple of those. Like I'm specifically seeing the beaded one that you can like go over your lower back, you can go over your thigh, you can go over your hips area, all of that. Yeah, but that's coming through really strong right now, along with a 9-tail fox. Feels like a guide.
As long as we have that energy of that rolling thing or that hammer thing, because that's what I was seeing too. Like I was actually like energetically doing it all the way up the body. Everything feels very aligned with that.
Yeah.
And as long as that's there in place, we'll continue to move and dissipate for the next 5 to 7 days. I feel that you're pretty stable. I feel complete with it.
I am calling my energy back to me now.
Thank you so much, Starfish. There is, I want to go ahead and pull up Millicent if we can. And Viviani, did you need something? Did you want something as well? We're gonna give Viviani some energy right at the end after Millicent because we love her and she's helping out with all of this and she donates every show also, even though she's part of it, just because she believes in love and in us. So these will be our last two for today, but I'd like you guys to really put your thought, time, and energy right now on Millicent and holding that space for her.
Also, Tina with the knowledge over here, shiatsu wooden beads.
She knows everything. She's got the answer.
You're using Google. I'm just kidding.
She's great.
That would be me.
Gifts coming online and a clearing to receive it. Okay. I'm immediately seeing this triangle or pyramid, I should say, that starts to spin. And it's bringing me like Egypt energy, but then at the same time, that reminds me of the crone. And it feels, because it's spinning, like it's a portal. So I feel like we're stepping through the portal into our wisdom phase, into like our full empowerment of the crone space. Speaking that wisdom, giving that power, showing that power, taking your space in the community, whether that's your community, the healing community, your own home, just like in your empowerment. It feels like you're stepping into that space. And the throat is the space where I'm seeing it want to move through. So I'm going to concentrate on the throat and third eye and crown for a moment or two.
I was in the crown. I'm also having, it's okay. We can both do it. I am also, I think, not I think, there's an Avalon priestess here with me who feels very familiar to your energy.
Mm.
So I feel like it's a priestess. I feel like this could be a past life, or parallel life, whatever you prescribe to. Um, so you definitely have some gifts about, I don't know when they'll come online, but we're going to clear out some energy for the crown. I'm also hearing yin yoga, which is a very gentle yoga. Um, Very like, think happy baby, think banana pose, think like predominantly lying down. Maybe do a session of yin yoga.
I want
Or
to see you do the banana pose.
me?
Yeah.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite pose.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I like
It's
happy
so
baby, so
it's so lazy, but it does so much.
I feel like happy baby is one of those things that you have to like make yourself be okay with for a second. And then once you are, it feels really good. And then it reminds me of Chinese food.
Fair.
I'm not, I think because they have that dish called the Happy Family with like the
Sure.
stuff. Millicent, your energy is making me hungry. I remember you were talking about Chinese food, babe. And I'm not seeing like huge things that we're having to clear out or anything. Like I just see this light that I'm kind of smoothing through, opening things up a little bit, and just widen your throat. You know, if this looks like daily chants, intonations, singing, I know you like to sing, girlfriend. Sing. This
Vocal toning.
time, I'm gonna let it shine. Go ahead. She does this. See, it's already opening. Just the thought of that.
But also look into vocal toning because that's a lot of, you can do a lot of different things if you know how to sing. Like even just sounds like ah, choo, e, oh, and that's gonna help move a lot of energy. And I think there's just like some opening energy because that's, I mean, all I'm doing is what Mary was saying. I'm opening. I'm in the crown, literally just like opening energy from the crown into your third eye.
I'm getting an important message from your guidance, and it says spiritual things or the things that you're afraid of are probably the medicines that you need.
Mm.
Because I see scorpion medicine coming in, and I kept seeing like the poison in the tail. And so, me, Mary, I'm sitting here like, how is this good? You know, how is she to take this poison or carry poison? I don't understand. And I saw that scorpion tail go directly into your third eye space, right into that pituitary gland and that pineal gland. And it was like it melted open and became this glowing purple ball. And so that's showing me that all medicine is good medicine. And if you're afraid to step forward into that, it's because it's pushing you out of your comfort zone and allowing you to molt to become that new person, the who you are inside, without all of these restraints and fears.
So don't be afraid to ask.
Mm.
If you have a specific gift that you are wanting to come in, like say clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsent, I mean, everybody's clairsentient. It's a matter of really understanding. Ask. And it may take some time, but it will come in. Focus on one.
Twin flame energy. And there's a resistance around it. And of course, this is probably more of a conversation or personal introspection or even a session. But it feels like some of what might be keeping your third eye contained is a resistance to a connection on the other side of the veil, a connection to an interdimensional guide or the other space. But there's definitely like the word twin flame popped into my head, and I saw an energy coming in and taking me by the hand, and I saw that resistance here or a binding. So crazier things have happened, Millicent. Let's just be open, right? Comfort, love, peace, joy, the essence of understanding. All on quantum levels are beginning to grow for you. Beautiful. When you did that, I saw gold wings pop out of her crown.
I'm literally weaving light language onto her spine. And then back to the singing a little bit, because they're like doing some throat singing, like really like getting down into your lower octaves, I think will also help anchor in energies, is what I'm feeling right now.
I feel good. I feel complete with that. Let's get, I feel torn because I had a quick vision. Thank you so much, Millicent. Thank you for letting us work on you. I feel torn because I feel like I would like us to do something for somebody. I don't see where she asked specifically for it, though she is in the chat. But I just saw the vision come to my mind, which means maybe it was psychically asked for. I would like us just to take, right before we hop onto Viviani for a moment, I would like us all to just take just a moment to send some love, light, support, blessings, and hellos to Mary in the chat. So I'm just going to concentrate on Mary for just a second. I'm not going to mess with your energy field or do any healings or anything because I don't think that you specifically asked for it, but I did see this flash. So I just want you to feel supported and surrounded right now for just a moment. And I saw owl medicine. So this might be another wisdom thing coming in, although it felt specifically like it was about the eyes. So something about that vision. All right, Viviani, get yourself up here. I don't know, post yourself up here somehow. Say hello.
I also saw the Fool for Mary. Yeah.
The new
which my tarot deck that I use, the Fool is a woman in the water, and she's just like very like essence, like floating.
Aww.
And that's what I saw.
Beautiful. All right, Viviani, just let us connect in with you.
Isis is here again.
The thing that stands out to me right off is that just looking instantly, like everything looked good,
Mm-hmm.
but I see beta fish swim by, which means that there's a fight. And then I see like this jut at the heart solar plexus space, almost as if there's a lot of pressure coming from somewhere in your life that's kind of pushing right there. So I'm going to work on those spaces.
Which is interesting because I am seeing you literally explode like into a giant. Like you need to take up more space.
Mm-hmm. And I'm moving through the adrenals, releasing any anxiety or nervousness that or adrenaline that might come up through the idea of a fight. Because you're not fighting over things, you're fighting for your freedom. You're fighting to be you. You're fighting for your authenticity. And the reality is that that's not a fight. You just get to do that. You just get to be that. You just get to exist. And exist well, to live well. Viviani says she's 4'11" for that giant face.
Not physically, energetically being huge.
So the adrenals release easy. I'm working at that heart space now. Oh, I see duck medicine coming in, but that doesn't come in often. What does this mean? Okay, there's a very specific message around duck energy. You have your ducks in a row. You have a plan. Just follow your plan. And when you don't know the next step, we will guide you there automatically. You will not falter. You will not stall out. You will not fail. We are moving forward with you. This is a continuous movement right now. There are
I'm hearing slow down.
mm,
Take a time, like make intentional time to just be, to just breathe,
mm-hmm.
to tune out the noise.
As all of this releases and I come to the heart space, I'm sitting with the only word that you muscle tested well to was the word safe. But I noticed that there's a cord there around the word safe. And so this could mean that for a long time you've placed your safety into the hands of someone else or that you are dependent on someone else for your safety. And that could be why things seem scary right now if that person's not around anymore. So I'm stabilizing that space for you in the heart space.
I'm being shown a unicorn. So
Ooh.
I think if there is any doubt that you do not have something special to offer, that unicorn is asking you to release that.
Ooh, okay. There it is. Unicorn brings in the words, I am blessed. And I just see that white burst in the chest. So rather than trying to remind yourself that you're safe, that you can do it, that you're strong, it's like, I am blessed. And everything just opens up.
Gratitude.
Mm.
Hmm. You have wings just like Isis.
I feel complete with Viviani. You do too. Thank you, Viviani. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat, everyone who showed up. Make sure you take a moment while you're feeling loved and supported to bring your energy back to yourself. Maybe wash your hands or go outside after this to really kind of cleanse and bring yourself back to your space. Sit in gratefulness for a moment or two. And my husband's in the chat, and him and Viviani love to just talk to each other in the chat. So, hey, Mark, I love you. So, anything else you want to say, Kai?
No, just honored. Thank you all so much for trusting me with your energy, as always.
And thank you, Kai, so much for being here with us at this Wild Star Healing Temple. And we'll be back again next month, if the good God allows. And that's August 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It was so good seeing everybody.